Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish,
keep
guys.
all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Yes, people, what is going on? It's your boy Man Like Matt. It's Drifty. It's Team Kop-Ish. Listen, welcome to a Kop-Ish Konundrum, because right now we're in one. As things stand right now, Henderson and Fabinho could be on their way out of Liverpool. So if you haven't already, smash that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to Team Kop-Ish where you get all that Liverpool stuff. Drift, welcome to the party, bro. It's a conundrum right now, fam.
Yeah, we spoke about it yesterday. Obviously, I didn't get to speak to you about it though, so it'd be interesting to get your take on it. Just come off of Saeed's channel, big up Saeed every time. Obviously, he asked me about it. I said I'm worried. I'm worried, bro. And I'm just worried about the lack of leadership. I'm worried about the lack of influence that we're gonna have. That's more, and again, people will say, oh God, leadership. Don't downplay what a team captain does of the level of Gerrard. Like, don't downplay it. He's the guy who brings everybody in, makes everybody comfortable. Like, you know, when you buy like new players and stuff, and like the person, him and Milner used to be the ones. They would, you remember like the kid at school that you would like almost sometimes a fairy tale story, but it ends up being your best friend because they're the one you had to shadow for the day on your first day at school.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
had to show you around and all that. You know, if you ever got shadowed by an absolute dickhead, it was nightmares from you from then. But if you was with a cool guy, it was, you know what I mean? Like, man will bring you in and you're sitting at the popular table now. Like,
I hear
those kind of things, them things are important. They're important when you're bringing in new players and you've got a young squad as it is and people like Bajcetic and all them kind of players. Like, it's good to have that. Who's going to be the one to make sure no one's late for training? Who's going to be the one to make sure everybody's remembered? Like you know, just like that's what Milner and Henderson would do. They'll keep all the levels high. Don't underestimate that stuff. Go look at Arsenal when Aubameyang was their captain. What a joke of a club it was at that time. Man, captains all late. Nobody cares. No real standards. Like everything. Success is built on standards. Yes, Klopp has standards. Yes, there are other people that are part of the fabric of the standard. Yeah. Maybe I'm getting a bit upset and looking at it a bit more intense because it's my guy, innit? Everyone knows Hendo's my guy. But if you throw on top of the fact that Flacco's going, bro, if you throw on top of the fact that within 12 months, Matip and Thiago will both be gone, if you throw on top of the fact that Bobby's just gone, Ox is gone, Naby's gone, Mane's gone, bro, you start realizing, hold on a minute, who's left? I know like you have to do a rebuild, but like you start thinking in terms of people who embody what Liverpool is.
Yeah.
There ain't many left, bro. So it's like, it's all crazy right now, bro.
Well, here's the thing. So you touched on it just now, actually. I don't think there's any Liverpool fan out there that doesn't want to rebuild. I think everybody wants to rebuild. However, no one that I speak to or hear wanted a rebuild like this. We've lost James Milner, we've lost Naby Keita, we've lost Oxlade-Chamberlain. We could potentially lose Henderson, and we could potentially lose Fabinho.
And Thiago.
That will be 6 senior midfielders all leaving at once. In my opinion, a top club don't do that. You do it gradually. You do it smartly. And I understand propositions happen in terms of, you know, Saudi want Henderson and Fabinho. However, you got to think about the experience that you're going to lose, like you said. That is crucial to any football club. The culture, like who brings culture to that team. You also got to think of. Do you know what? This is not silly, but you see, for example, we got to start thinking about Ali. And the reason this is going to start. I'm going so left here. Hear what I'm going to say now. Firmino's left. He was close with Firmino. If Fabinho leaves, he's another like close position that he was close with. Thiago's really the only senior. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like that man can relate to.
Oh, you mean as in like he might actually stop feeling. He might start feeling not as at home without having his boys around.
Bro, 100%. These things matter. Like these things that we might not think about as fans, but to players they do. Remember, as fans, we look at it as, what do you mean you're not happy? You're getting paid X amount of money. You pay for Liverpool. They look at that, but they also think about what they're gonna do when they're not playing football. And that's hanging out of your brethren and just chilling. Remember, you're in a country that you wasn't born in. You want that familiarity around you. It only dawned on me
maybe
as
it's
we
a
was
good
talking
job
about it.
Adrian's still here, bro.
Yeah, bro, funny you say that, yeah. Adrian spoke the other day. Did you hear what he said? He goes, yeah.
No, I didn't
So when the
even
new
see it.
people them arrive, like Darwin and them boy there, yeah, man, help them settle in. I was thinking, bro, of course you're gonna say that because anyway, I don't want to get into Adrian. I don't want to disrespect.
But I actually think it has helped.
No, but he was talking the truth. It's just that it made me think about Ali, and I was like, but Ali's more understanding because Ali's playing week in, week out. And you could tell the character that Ali's as well, like around the other. So, bro, I'll be honest. To let go of Henderson and Fabinho, as well as James Milner, the other two, again, Navigator and Thingy, they didn't really contribute like the others.
Yeah.
Keep it a buck in it. But the three form I just mentioned, bro.
And fling Bobby on there in terms of the influence on the team as well, bro. You have to.
I'll be honest. Let's say we were to lose Thiago as well. I actually think we will crumble. Do you know that? See, when I say crumble, I don't mean like relegation or we'll get 10th. But when I say crumble, our crumble is out of the top 4 and not winning anything.
Well, we'd have to basically have another season like the one we just had and hope in that time everyone gets used to things and then the following season we kick on. But after having the season we've just had, we ain't got a season to wait like that, bro. But that's what the problem is.
This is what I'm saying.
You get what I'm saying? Like that is what the problem is. And for me personally, looking at it from a realistic point of view, bro, a lot of people be like, oh, we needed a rebuild. You're being sentimental. Rare. No, I'm not. I'm actually being extremely sensible here. Name me a time in history when a club has ever sold 5 midfielders in one window, bro.
I said this
one window, and here's what's crazy. Like I'm repeating myself a bit here, but I haven't said.
While you're talking, I'm gonna check the news because you know how things have changed so quickly. Like as we're talking,
you're the only person that you and Cal I haven't said this to, bro. Thiago possibly going Barcelona, recovering from hip surgery anyway. Bajcetic recovering from his injury from last season. And everybody else left, and everyone else has left, bro. On the first game of the season, the only fit and available midfielder that was at Liverpool last season will be Curtis Jones. Do you know how insane that is? We had 8 midfielders, if I'm not mistaken, at the beginning of last season.
Yeah, I think yeah.
And we will start this season with one of them. Is that not the maddest scenario?
No, it is.
That's worse than what Chelsea have tried to do.
It is, because I'll be honest in it. If you've gone from Navigator, Oxlade-Chamberlain, James Milner, Joe Henderson, and Flacco to now, okay, you brought in 2, Szoboszlai and McAllister, and you still got Curtis Jones there, and you got Harvey Elliott there.
I don't even count him as a midfielder anymore.
All right. So basically, 3 midfielders.
Because remember, Carvalho's gone out alone as well.
Yeah,
so he's another one who's left.
Yeah, so we got 3 midfielders theoretically. Oh yeah, sorry, Bajcetic obviously 4. But when I say to you, the numbers start to look a lot lighter on the ground. And here's the thing: if we was a Chelsea, so to speak, and we were going to lose these players, I would still be annoyed. But at least I'll be thinking, I reckon they're going to replace every single player. But you know, we don't operate like that, bro. Because I'll say this to you now. We've already lost 3 midfielders and we brought in 2. Everyone's happy. But I'm thinking, so where's the other one? Where's the other one?
If we lose 2, possibly 3 more midfielders in Thiago,
it's
Flacco,
more likely
and
2 than
Hendo.
3, but still, that's
Yeah. But and with Thiago not being available until September, I think I heard like fully fit.
Because he's not even fully fit yet,
so obviously that means that he's not counted right now anyway, right? So if you actually deep the scenario of only having 2 midfielders brought in now and then 2 go, plus we've already lost 3 as it is. Ideally, bro, that's got to be 5 out, 3 in, right? Like in a normal scenario. But then when you deep the fact that Thiago's got his issues, Bajcetic has got his issues, I think you have to bring in 4. So that would mean 2 more would need to come in.
Oh, two more. I got you.
Like, definitely 2 more would need to come in. And I'm not talking bench warmers. I'm talking they come in and they're pretty much in the starting line.
All right, funny you say that. So I was speaking to my brother today. Bring up my brother, yeah. And we were saying how, if you lose, let's say you don't even lose 3, but you lose another 2, Flacco and Henderson, yeah? That means we would have lost 5. Now, I'm not necessarily saying we need to go and get 5, but like you said, I agree we should get another 2. Here's where it becomes techie.
2 minimum.
Here's where it becomes techie, though. We have to go for a certain caliber of player in terms of like that player has to be ready-made. So the first 2 names that actually spring to my brain, I don't know if you agree with me. I think you might. Tchouaméni will be 1, and Caicedo will be 2. Those are the first 2 names I thought of when I was like,
Tchouaméni doesn't come to my thoughts because I don't think he'll leave Real Madrid.
All right, here what I'm gonna say now. It's all about the 4D chess thing. Here what I'm gonna say. If and when I expect Mbappe to go to Real Madrid are gonna want some money. They are. That's just how they're gonna want money.
Yeah.
He might be, and I say might be, expendable only because they also just signed Jude Bellingham. And I know they're different position. I hit they're not even in as, but it's another midfielder. But not only that, it's about the fee. Who can bring in a fee where Real Madrid will go, do you know what? We'll actually accept that deal. Might not necessarily want to do it, but we've got Mbappe. So we will take 75 mil and add-ons for Tchouaméni. Let's give you an example.
The player's not going to want it though, bro.
No. Do you know what it is though? If Real Madrid show any type of way that when Mbappe arrives and they're like, you know what, if there's one midfielder we could get rid of is Tchouaméni, I guarantee you Tchouaméni will push for a move because he's not going to go somewhere where the club don't want him. He's not going to want to stay, bro.
Bro, if you dream of playing for Real Madrid, which he probably did, you don't give it 1 year and then bounce.
Bro, look at Coutinho.
Don't, bro.
And
Coutinho was at Barca for 2 years.
For 2 years. But what I'm going to say is it was still his dream move. And he had to accept.
But he gave it the second year before he realised that there was a problem. Tchouaméni's not going to duck after 12 months.
But the difference is, like I'm saying, that it will be financial as to why they...
So you mean Real Madrid would literally have to force him, you mean?
Bro, do you know why I call it 4D chess this year? I don't know if you know, but on their books, they have pretty much they have no striker, on their books. They brought in Hosselu.
Hosselu.
Bro, do you know Hosselu? Do you know he used to play for Newcastle back in the day?
Yeah, but he's been doing all right recently.
No, bro. You're Real Madrid and you're going with Hosselu for next season. All right, so I already know. So
you think they're going to go Mbappe actually up front then?
Bro, they're going to try and go... they're going to have to. They're going to try and get Mbappe. And like I said before, maybe it's just me overthinking it, but I think that actually opens the door for Liverpool to try and get Tchouaméni. That's the only way. If Mbappe doesn't join this season...
Do you think we would pay 80 mil for him?
Yeah, I think we would. But here's the killer, though. And when I say killer, we will be happy we get Tchouaméni, but don't ever think for 1 second that it'll be Tchouaméni and Caicedo. It would then turn to... It would then turn to Tchouaméni and some unknown guy we've never heard of.
Amrabat.
Man's wanting to throw the shade in there because he's been linked with Man United,
No, I just don't think
it would be someone worse than Amrabat.
In January, I wanted Amrabat because we were desperate. And I don't think he's a shit player by any stretch of the imagination, but he's not Liverpool level, man. I'm sorry, he's not. Amrabat, it's World Cup hype. I'm sorry. I've even heard Fiorentina fans themselves say big games he can get himself up for, but he's one of the most inconsistent players. Like, I don't want one of those guys who's good a bit and he's good now and again and all that. I don't want that.
I hear you.
I don't want that. Ain't that what everyone was moaning at Flacco and Henderson about? Being so like all over the place and 1 good game and then 3 bad games and all inconsistencies and all that. That's what everyone was moaning about. Why bringing another guy who's going to do the same shit?
I think Amrabat is good. However, I know what you mean. He doesn't spring to mind when I think of a player that I want Liverpool to sign right now. And like I said, I put Caicedo there. And again, I'd even put Lavia there. But so, all right, so let's say we'll see.
Yeah.
But all right, let's step up. Let's say the 4D chase doesn't happen and Liverpool are trying to get 2 midfielders. Who are the 2 names that you think Liverpool might go for? Because I think one of them is Lavia. But the problem is, it can't just be Lavia because Lavia, as good as he is, and I think as great as I think he will be, bro, that's why I said Tchouaméni first, then you go get Lavia as the second midfielder. Do you guys want to say?
It would have to be...
Caicedo, maybe?
Nah. It's too rich for our blood, bro. We're not going for Caicedo. That's what's boiling my blood. It's too rich for our blood. We're not gonna go and drop.
All right,
80,
let me
90,
ask you this.
100 mil on
Wait,
Caicedo.
Let me ask you this then. Say Henderson and Flacco both leave, and we only get Caicedo. Liverpool, like, you know what? We're gonna get Lavia and someone else, but we're just gonna get Caicedo because that deal's gonna cost a whole heap of money, like 80 mil plus add-ons. What are you saying? So you lose 5 midfielders, and you're only bringing in 3. What are you saying,
Bruv, man would have to turn into MC Hammer, bruv, and accept the deal and just pray. Oh yeah, we pray that nobody gets injured, bruv.
Bro, it's true though. It's true,
bro. Because the first 11, if you can get it to like,
if you can get them man to
absolutely slap, bruv. McAllister and Caicedo have already played together. It will be a lot easier to get them used to playing together, but just at a different club. And then you put Szoboszlai in there as well, bro. That midfield is the best midfield in the league.
I think it will be the second best, but then it will be basically
after
who
would be the best, bro? Because Gundogan's gone now.
But they can still do your. But they can still do. No, but like I said, they can still
Bernardo Silva's probably gonna go.
No, but let's say that if Bernardo Silva leaves,
so who would it be? Rodri, KDB, and my man from Chelsea.
Oh, Kovacic. Yeah.
Who's a good player. Kevin De Bruyne and Rodri are obviously absolute levels.
Kovacic is a baller though.
But I'll still put I'm being biased. I'm still putting my money on our midfield being better than that midfield once you let them gel.
I think longevity will not straight away. The only reason I say that is because here's the thing that's really annoying me as well. As things stand right now, and the reason why we're even doing this show is because right now Liverpool are just not. What's the word I'd say? We're like basically none of this was planned. The 2 midfielders obviously were planned. Fabinho and Henderson weren't planned for exits. They just weren't, as far as I was aware. Like they weren't, as far as you're aware.
They were both going to still be here.
Exactly. So Liverpool were planning with them on board. We're now in a situation where, in any given moment, we see they're gone because. All right, so let's start with Henderson. Gerrard really wants Henderson on board, and not only that, Henderson apparently has already agreed terms. It's now Liverpool playing hardball over the fee. So the fee is the only sticking point. Which, if the captain has already said, "I'm willing to accept," I think eventually they find a resolution. As we're filming right now, Liverpool fly out to Germany, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow for pre-season. It's going to be interesting to see whether Henderson gets on board on that plane. If he doesn't get on board on that plane tomorrow, he's definitely gone. If he does, then I'll say it starts to turn a little bit 60-40, still in favor of him leaving, but there's a possibility he might stay. However, him staying now is actually going to cause problems for him because everybody knows worldwide you've accepted that deal. Are the fans going to be okay with you staying? But that's another thing. Then you've got Fabinho, who Nuno Santo, bro, brought him over to I think he was his manager, like I was saying it earlier on in the Daily News show, for Porto Alva in Portugal, I believe. He didn't manage him for long, then went to Real Madrid, but Nuno's always kept an eye on Fabinho, and he's always like wished him well when he thought he was talented. Nuno really wants him. Apparently, a rumored 40 million bid is incoming. Bro.
You have to say yes to that. That's the one thing that I have to be honest with.
Yeah.
You have to accept 40 M's for Flacco. Reluctantly, you have to. That's good,
bro,
man.
How
that
much
means we
don't
even
for him?
We paid 40. That means we don't even take a loss on him. Do you know what I'm saying? So I get it. I even get why Hendo's going. I get it all. It's just frustrating me.
Yeah.
So you know what we have to do, bro? And this is what Liverpool will never do, and this is what annoys the hell out of me. But you know what Liverpool really should be doing if Flacco and Henderson both leave?
Yeah, go on.
Liverpool should actually be going, now that we know that Kone's injury was a minor injury and he'll be back at the end of August and he's okay, nothing serious, he doesn't need surgery or anything like that. You go and get Kone, you go get Kefram, you go get Lavia. That's what you do, bro. Because that's Caicedo money for all 3 of them. So we're not willing to do that big boy money because you know how we act like broke.
Yeah.
Kefram, Kone, and Lavia for near enough. It'll probably be about 10 mil over. But near enough, you can get those 3 for the price it will cost you to get Caicedo. Bro, if our midfield is Kone, Lavia, Kefram, McAllister, and Szoboszlai, bro, within the next 2-3 years, we're cooking everyone's Clark, bro. We are absolutely cooking everyone's Clark.
Do you know what? I'm on board on that. One thing I will say, I think I saw a report today that big up our new sporting director, innit? George. Can't pronounce his surname. Apparently, oh yeah, smack that. He apparently was waiting to see the diagnostics of the Kone thing, bro. Apparently, and I say reportedly, in Germany, I think it was Christian Falk. I think it was head of newspaper Bild. He was like, "Don't sleep on the Kone thing." Liverpool waiting.
Now they know his injury is a minor injury. You mean?
Yeah, because obviously have to play because they know that he's not going to potentially pass a medical right this second, innit? And apparently they're weighing up how to go about that deal. It wouldn't surprise me out of nowhere if you see Liverpool just go Kone and Lavia. Now, let's say that because that sounds more realistic, other than the
and wait till the end of the window for Kone, innit? When he's like
yeah. But I think it's a case of you get Lavia now. Then you go and get Kone. Now, listen, you know how much I want Thuram, but I understand Kone. I actually understand Kone a bit.
Kone's the better of the two. He is.
He is right now. He is 100%.
Yeah, he is.
I just think Thuram's got a higher ceiling. That's all it is.
Yeah. I mean,
and they're different. They're different.
I wouldn't argue.
Kone's more defensive though, as well. He's more defensive.
Kone's just more, bro. Kone's smooth with it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The way Kone glides,
Kefram, though.
Nah, Kefram's a little bit more roughing at you. That's why he's a bit more like Yaya. Like he's a bit more like. I'm not saying he hasn't got any grace, but I'm saying he's a bit more. You know what I mean? Like, but Kone's graceful, bro. Yeah, like, when you see Kone dribbling, Kone dribbles with that grace, bro. You know, like I don't know, man. I just prefer watching Kone in it personally.
Dare I say it? He could be our Genie replacement.
I think he's a bit of a different type of player, but
in terms of security, in terms of what he offers, security on the pitch in a different way, because Genie was more Genie was more attack minded, Kone more defensive minded. However, they both try not to lose possession. They're both graceful with the ball. Obviously, not like for like.
I would say McAllister's probably a little bit more of our Genie replacement.
See, I used to think that, but I don't think he's as diligent as Genie. But I know what you mean by playing style, though.
Keep possession ticking over and
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think his ball retention is as.
Do you know what it is though? People sleep on Genie's defensive now, you know.
Yeah, no, he could read the game really well. He really could.
Differently, bro.
He used to put a foot in perfectly. So many times the midfielder thought they'd got away from him and he'd just get that little toe on it and nick it away from them. But Genie was just a done, but I don't understand why no one knew when he was here how good he was. But
it's mad, isn't it? It's only when he left, everyone was like, we missed Genie Wijnaldum. Like, bro, I don't know. Like, put it like this, we're like the title says, we're in a conundrum. I don't know what's gonna...
and Kone or Lavia and Kefram or all three. That's all. That's the only thing we can do now to make.
What would be the if you could pick two midfielders? What would be the dream for you? Would it be Caicedo and Schumann?
What, like absolute dream? Caicedo and Lavia.
Oh really? Caicedo and Lavia?
Yeah, because I think Caicedo can play 8.
Yeah, he can. I was thinking
and Caicedo can also do double pivot, invert right back. If anything happens with Trent.
Yeah. I was just thinking.
So Caicedo changes the game. Changes the game.
We both agree in Caicedo, yeah? But let me ask you this. Would you rather Schumann or Lavia?
I just don't think Schumanni's realistic, bruv.
Is that what it is? Is that
Yeah. Because I'd rather have Schumanni over everybody but Caicedo. But I just don't see Schumanni after 1 year giving up on his Real Madrid dream. That's what the problem is. It's not even Real Madrid. You're right. Real Madrid might go, you know what? We got Bellingham now. We've got Camavinga. Like, all right, yeah, we can kind of.
They got Valverde as well.
We got Valverde. We can kind of.
They put another midfielder the other day, innit? The another guy as well.
They're probably thinking they could maybe take the hit on Schumanni to fund the Mbappe deal. But Schumanni's going to be the one who goes, nah, not after 12 months. I'm not giving up on my Real Madrid dream already. We got more chance of getting Camavinga than Schumanni because Camavinga's been there for 3 years. So he may be more willing to accept.
Ain't budging. He ain't
budging. No. Yeah, of course he's not. And I think they rate him higher than Schumanni. But what I'm saying is at least Camavinga's had 2 or 3 years where, like, if he left, he'd feel like he'd like been a part of the team and he won the Champions League and all that stuff. But Schumanni didn't win anything. Like, he's not giving up on his Real Madrid dream already, bro. If you leave Real Madrid, you've got at least have won a trophy. I don't even think they Did they win? No, but they won the
they didn't.
Copa Libertadores.
No, they won the yeah, but they didn't win a major.
They didn't win a major. They didn't win the league, and they didn't win the Champions League. Tchouameni's not going to want to leave Real Madrid after 1 year, and his CV says he didn't win a major trophy.
Do you know what it is?
No way, bro.
Maybe this is me clutching, yeah. But what it is just that I genuinely feel like if Real Madrid were to get Mbappe, I see it almost Frankie de Jong situation where it's like, yeah, we kind of need some funds, and you're a bad boy, and we rate you, but you're going to bring in the most funds. I could be so wrong, by the way.
Frankie stayed though, bro.
No, I know, but I just think he'll go one step further with Tchouameni because Real Madrid actually want the money.
You just mentioned the guy I said yesterday as well, even though I think that's unrealistic as well, bro. You can't get a better fit for this team right now than de Jong. After losing Henderson and thingy. But if we brought in de Jong and Caicedo, we'd dominate whatever you want. Pick whatever you want. Pick whatever you want, and I'll say we're going to with our firepower. I'll say we're going to dominate whatever it is.
Bro, Frankie de Jong is so serious. He's world class, Frankie de Jong.
All right, let me ask you a quick question. Would you take going all in on Colwill because we got to replace the homegrown team?
Oh,
the club really realized how serious that is.
No, I know.
Say we drop like 60, 70 M's on Colwill to convince Chelsea to sell him. And we bring in Lavia. So that's what we do. Big money, them two young players. Would you be willing to wait till January to make an additional midfield purchase based on the fact that the quality that we're bringing in makes sense? Because Colwill and Lavia, for the future, you're future-proofing the team for the next 5 to 10 years.
But what about
would you be willing? No, but I think you could maybe get to January with Bajcetic, Lavia, Jones, McAllister, Thiago, coming back in September, and Szoboszlai. I think you could get to January with that. You could.
Yeah.
And then Colwill comes in to be the centre-back. Would you be willing to accept? And then in January, maybe think like, maybe what addition can we maybe make to the midfield? Because we've assessed the situation and we've seen how things are going. Would you be all right with that?
The only way I accept that is if I know I get a guarantee from Liverpool that we're getting a midfielder in January. I would accept that because basically what you're doing is you're guaranteeing me Colwill and Lavia. I'm more than happy to guarantee those. However, one thing I don't want Liverpool to do is, we'll have them two, and then you get to January like, I think we're right. We don't do nothing. No, you still have to go and get the second midfielder, especially under the circumstances that, as things stand right now, we're about to potentially lose Fabinho and Henderson. You can't just, because in my opinion, bro, you can't just replace, like 5 midfielders could leave, and you're only going to replace it with 3. You got to at least get 4, at least. And Lavia only makes 3, so we need one more, like you said.
I hear that.
So Liverpool, it's all up to us, bro. Here's the thing as well, yeah. Liverpool done very well in terms of what we've been able to spend on the quality of player we've been able to get. But you see how the landscape has kind of changed and how the market has changed, yeah? Everyone knows we're after a midfielder.
Yeah.
Everybody knows now the situation with Henderson and Fabinho. They're trying to fleece us. For all we know, Liverpool, this is what Liverpool do best. We're probably speaking to so many targets, trying to see what the best deal is, But every man's trying to fleece us now because they know what we need.
Yeah.
I mean, they knew what we needed before. However, we were like, you know what? We need to get around this. What are we going to do? All right. What players do you know of a high quality that have release clauses where we don't have to bargain with anybody?
Yeah. That's what we'll have to start doing. Or we'll have to do a bully tactic and hope it works. Like, go to Fulham and be like, look, 40 mils all you're getting. Like, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. Do you know what I mean? Try and do a bullying thing. I don't think it will work, but like, I can't.
Because, bro, everybody knows we need. Here's the thing that I'm worried about now, and I can actually see happening. I'm so worried that Liverpool would only get one more midfielder and one more defender, and we still lose Flacco and Henderson. When I say to you, bro, we will be so light on the ground. It's actually we'll be.
We might let Hendo go. And we might reject the money for Flacco.
But you want to know something as well that I was thinking about as well? A club don't approach a team unless they've been given assurances by the player. Big up Fabrizio Romano. He said, where was it? I think it was yesterday. Let me quickly see if I can find it now. Hold on. And I was like,
So you believe that Flacco wants to move, and that's the reason why they're gonna make the bid?
Yeah, 100%, bro. They wouldn't waste their time trying to negotiate Liverpool if they knew Flacco doesn't want to go.
That's true, but Liverpool could still say no, though.
No, we can still say no, but they've blatantly done the whole let's see what man's saying and then we gauge it from there. In my opinion, I think that says it all. Where is it? Where's Flacco's thing?
You're probably right still.
Here it is. Nuno Espirito Santo is pushing to have Fabinho. Fabinho's camp has been approached. Talks took place about salary and contract. Nothing is done yet, despite reports. Liverpool have not received a formal proposal at this stage. More to follow. That says to me they would. So if you've spoken about contract and proposal, and Fabrizio even knows about it, that means agencies, whatever, told Fabrizio what's happened. Fabinho's already given assurance. Well, not assurance, but easily say, "Yeah, I'm on board." Now it's the same thing again. Go to Liverpool and speak to them. It's kind of, you know what it is, it sounds weird, but like,
is the money up front?
Yeah, it'll be 40.
Because if the money's up front, I think we'll accept it, because that way we can just go and get Lavia easy. Like we could just get like you swap Fabinho for Lavia, but then it comes down to what do you do about Henderson leaving, and you already needed another midfielder anyway. So Lavia for Flacco, but then really you should be going and getting one, possibly two on top of Lavia. But that's a madness to go and buy 4 or 5 midfielders in one window.
And expect it all just to work. Bro, don't get me wrong.
It won't work. I'm not even trying to be negative.
No, one thing I will say is you can never say never. But I think where we both agree on, it's highly unlikely. That Liverpool were able to put that right amount of consistency together where we can sit there and go, look, we're in a title race. This is what I think would happen. Let's say we get number 2 midfielders, and that's 4 midfielders in one window. I think Liverpool would have enough quality where we could win a trophy, but consistency-wise, it wouldn't be the Premier. It wouldn't be the Premier League, bro, because that requires consistency over 38 games. That's something that I don't think we would get over.
Do you know what it would be, bro? We'd have to do what Man City did this year if we had any chance of winning one of the big ones. We'd have to still keep grinding wins, while we're trying to figure it out, and come January, still be in the mixer when everything starts to gel. Because I think Klopp could get the midfield gelling by January from the start of the season. But how many points would we drop, and how many games in the knockout stage could we maybe mess up in?
January
while we're trying to get it all. Do you get what I mean? While we're trying to get everything gelled, like. Yeah, and I think majority of the players that we're going to be signing will be English speaking, which definitely helps as well, because there won't be any language issues. Because if I'm not mistaken, Kone speaks English, right?
Lavia, I don't know actually. I'm not too sure if he does. I'm not too sure.
I'm sure. I've heard that he speaks English. I think him and
Kefran both do actually. I think him and Kefran.
I could be wrong, but I'm sure I heard that Kone speaks English, Lavia speaks English, Soboslai and McAllister speak English.
Yeah, they all speak English.
So at least there wouldn't be an issue with communication and all that kind of stuff. So once we get them gelled, and we're still in January, still somewhere in there, then I'll be like, oh, do you know what? Because second half of the season would probably start cooking once everybody started getting used to like how to play together and all that.
It's like when Fabinho kind of remember it took Fabinho a little while to kind of
November was when he started to like
and that's probably when he spoke the language a lot better. And remember, you're the DM, you're the controller, bro. If you can't communicate, we're in trouble. We're in serious trouble if you can't communicate.
Yeah, you know what? I'm all in. Kone or Kefram and Lavia would be brilliant based on how we operate. Ideal scenario would be a Tchouaméni or a Caicedo or a De Jong, but we don't move like that, and that's what I hate about my club. We don't move like that. We don't do up them bully type. Like I said, even Paulinho, I'm not gonna lie, he's an absolute bad man. Surely we should talk to Fulham. We're like, all right, knock it on the head with his dumb.
But do you think he's good? Because I think he's like 27. Now, I'm not saying he's older or anything. He's not. But one thing I was thinking of was like, he needed, in my opinion,
he's way older than we'd be willing to spend.
Yeah, and not only that, Klopp just loves to rinse players, bro. Like I feel
let's bring him in and rinse him for 2 years. Paulinho's experience will probably be more beneficial than Lavia's. If you're
100%, yeah. But I think they're looking at it like Lavia's 19. That's 8 years of
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's because Fulham are being done with their price tag. But let's be honest.
It's because they said the Declan Rice thing.
Let's have a talk. How do we get Paulinho for 40 mil? Let's talk. Have we got any players that you want by Setic on loan, maybe?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk. Is there something we can do for you that to help while we're trying to do this? And we give them 40 M's up front, not even payment. That's a lot of money to a team like Fulham to get 40 M's up front. Bang, here you go. Like, I don't know, bruv. Like, if Basetic goes Fulham, gets game time, automatically replaces Paulinho in the first team, gets experience, and they don't even have to look for a DM. We bring in Paulinho, give them 40 M's on top. Like, we got to start doing this type of negotiating, bro.
What we should have done, but obviously we didn't know this was going to happen. If we still had him, we would have been like, you can have Carvalho back for a season, innit? Like, help.
I don't think they would have gone back. I don't think.
No, they might. But
I don't think Carvalho would have gone back.
But saying that though, they're on the verge of losing Mitrovic, though. You know.
That's probably why they're going to be even more vexed.
They're on the verge, bro.
Because Mitrovic is forcing the move.
Yeah, apparently he's going Saturday as well.
Because Mitrovic knows he's never going to play for a Man United or a Real Madrid, so he's just chasing the bag, and I don't blame him one bit, bro. I don't blame him one bit. He'll be the best striker in that league.
100%, of course he would.
I know Benzema's there, but he's 36 now.
Actually, no. Benzema's still no. Do you know? I didn't realize this was. So before we go here, did you know this? You see Nuno. You know he's the one that's managing Benzema and Kante.
Yeah.
So Fabinho goes there. That means they got Fabinho, Kante, and Benzema, fam. Yeah, and I think Jota, this from Celtic.
It's from Celtic, yeah.
Fam, they're trying to build some super team.
They're cooking that league alive.
You wait until they're in the Champions League or something. They'll somehow change everything, and somehow they're in the Champions League next year. There'll be some mad rule or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But yeah, bro, we're in the conundrum. People, listen, man. Let us know what you think, innit? We spoke about Fabinho, Henderson. We spoke about potential replacements.
And what has happened to this Kefram stuff? That got rammed in our face for about a good 2-3 weeks, bro. And now nothing.
Yeah. No, I hear you, though. It did. It actually did. And now nothing. But you want to know something? Right now, that could get reignited, though. Because the landscape has changed for us now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you think Klopp thought he's not good enough?
No, I think Klopp thought if we can only bring it. All right, so Klopp probably thought, like, if you can get 2 centre mids, who would be your ideal centre mids? And he probably looked at Kefran. I know they're different, but he still thought if I could get Soboslai, if I could just get him, I'm gonna get him. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Bro, I think
we should have them all, though. Really,
I know we should.
It should be McAllister, Kefram, Soboslai, Lavia,
yeah. And then we can talk.
Or we should be ambitious and it should be Caicedo instead of Lavia. That's the type of stuff. I just want to see my club shock me again like they did with Soboslai. I just want to wake up tomorrow morning and see Caicedo. Liverpool are getting involved in the Caicedo stuff. Like,
bro, do you know what? Yeah.
That's all I want to see.
Stranger things have happened because, like you said, I never dreamed that we would ever sign Soboslai. Ever, bro. I just did this thing. He's one of them sick players that, you're following this player's career, you think they're sick, they'll never sign for Liverpool. But do you know what it is? This has only happened twice for me, if I'm being honest. 2 players that I thought would never ever sign for Liverpool. Thiago and Soboslai. Never in my dreams did I think Thiago would ever, bro. Remember we used to talk about Thiago and Barca, and he went Bayern, and we're like, oh, bro, he's the sickest.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Torres goes in that category. I never thought.
Actually, yeah. That's true.
I never thought we signed Torres.
Yeah,
I never thought we signed Alisson. I put him in there as well.
Not the same, but I know what you mean, though.
But when I heard he was 60M, I never.
No. But Alisson was more like I didn't really follow Alisson like that. Only until maybe a season.
No, but
before.
I mean the size of the deal. When I heard they wanted 60 mil from him, I was like, Liverpool never do this.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, I thought like Liverpool.
But bro, I'm gonna be honest. I never thought Liverpool would do Soboslai 60 M's.
Never did I.
Remember,
maybe they're gonna realize how upset I am that my captain's leaving, and they're gonna get me Caicedo, bro.
Bro, if they get Caicedo and Lavia, wait, we're cooking up the plate.
No, bro. If we get Caicedo, it's Caicedo and Kefram or Kone. I don't necessarily see the urgency for Lavia if we get Caicedo.
You know what it is? Caicedo is not an out and out. See, Caicedo's more. He's a hybrid, bro.
Like, yeah, actually, it goes back to what I was saying before. Actually, you're right. Yeah, Lavia can play the DM. Caicedo can play the number 8. You're right. Yeah, Caicedo and Lavia. Yeah, just go and get it done.
And remember,
just go and get it done.
I remember as well. One thing we don't want to forget about is we need options. I think sometimes we get caught up as well. Like, forget the one. Like, we need options. Remember, we've been crying out for options for time. Bro.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, people, they have it, man. Kop-Ish, Konundrum, Henderson, Fabinho. What are we doing next? I have no idea. I have honestly no idea what's going to happen. After you watch this video, Liverpool might just lose both of those players I just mentioned, and we might even sign a few more. Let's see what happens. Drift, I'll take you out, bro. Take people out. What are we saying?
Liverpool, man, if we're losing these people, please don't let us down with the replacements. Please.
Bro, I don't want to. Do you know, I don't want to see
Please don't let us down with the replacement.
Yeah, no.
Please, man.
Caicedo, it is Tchouaméni. Let's see what happens, people.
Oh, my days. Bro, imagine.
I'm just saying.
Imagine. You know, if we had real ambition, that's what we'd do, though.
But you know how we operate.
I mean, in fact, if we had real ambition, we'd get our lawyer to figure out why the contract for Declan Rice hasn't been signed.
Do you know, funny you say that, yeah. Let's not go.
If we had real ambition, we would find out why.
That deal's done. No, it's done.
Until the pen's on the paper.
Nah, it's done. By the time we finish filming, the thing done.
I believe that as well. But like, we've had a couple of days to know about this now so far. Though, right? Declan Rice would have been a perfect homegrown replacement for Jordan Henderson.
For Henderson, yeah, 100.
So, but we ain't got that type of mentality. That's what I meant. That's Real Madrid or Man City or PSG. They would have bullied up Arsenal and got Declan Rice. I'm guaranteeing you. If they realised that was the guy they needed, they would have bullied up the thing. And they would have ended up getting him. And it'd be like when William was at Tottenham and then he ended up at Chelsea.
Oh, yeah. I remember that still.
But we're not like that, though, so.
Yeah. But now, people, enough love. Kop-Ish, Konundrum. It's Matt and Drift. We'll see you again another one. Take it easy, peeps. Love.
Peace.